is Shelby Bonnie, and I'm the host of the Innovator Series, brought to you by Technology for Obama. And I'm here with Robert Hohman, who is the co-founder and CEO of Glassdoor.com. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thanks.
So Glassdoor has been incredibly successful. You've raised over $22 million, have some of the big names in the venture world like Benchmark, Sutter Hill, and Battery as investors. I want to talk a little bit, you've had a career from Microsoft to Expedia to Hotwire and now to Glassdoor. If you could maybe talk a little bit about some of the lessons you've learned through that career.
Yeah, so some of the things that I've learned, first off, is my favorite form of innovation, if you look at my career, has been innovation powered by transparency. There are a couple different forces which can force major tectonic shifts in industries. Transparency is one of them, and so we can look back and see things like at Expedia, transparency in the travel industry allowed people to suddenly be able to see all flights and hotels. That shifted who they booked with, and there's billions of dollars in market cap that moved to online travel agencies. My co-founder, Rich Barton, went on to found Zillow, which provided real visibility into the real estate market, and it's now a public company with north of $1 billion in market cap too. And so at Glassdoor, what we did was try to use transparency and shedding light into what it's like to work at a given company, how much is fair pay for a given job, how to get ready for an interview in order to disrupt the ways that people traditionally search for jobs, and in doing so, rewire that space. The reason I like transparency as a rewiring force is because I also think it's a democratizing force, right? It tends to take information asymmetries and flatten them. And when you do that, you empower a whole bunch of people to do stuff they couldn't do before, and new companies are born. And I personally just find that incredibly thrilling.
And how do you make sure when you take a company like Glassdoor that they don't end up just being kind of gripe fests where people that are kind of the most passionate, which quite often sometimes are the most bitter, people are just going in and kind of being cranky about a particular company?
Yeah, so user-generated content companies like ours, where people come and tell you, about their company, or whether it's a hotel at TripAdvisor or a restaurant at Yelp, we all have a similar problem. So there's a body of work that has gone into identifying fraud and identifying people who are trying to post more than once. But it fundamentally comes from the tone that you set on the site. So from the beginning, we said that Glassdoor had to be a place where we could get an authentic read on what it was like to be at a company, but also where the company itself would feel comfortable participating in the media. From the beginning, we felt that way. And that led us down a path of pretty strict rules. Like, for example, one rule that might not be obvious on Glassdoor is you can't name names below the C-suite. You can say, that Steve Jobs has done a great job running Apple, but you can't say that my manager, Joe, does a lousy job running our group or a great job running our group, because people told us it's just not fair. Joe's not a public figure. And that's one of many rules that we put in place to try and shape the community and lay the groundwork. And then ultimately, because employment is so kind of emotional, we moderate every single piece of content with a human being. We read every single one.
And that's 4 million pieces of content that have been contributed.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, it's a powerful force and a powerful lesson, so I really appreciate it. We look forward to talking to you more. So thank you, Robert.
Thanks.